With that, I'd like to call the meeting to order. If we could have roll call, please.
Hanback.
Here.
Jones.
Here.
Barton.
Here.
Warham.
Here.
Opperly.
Here.
Butterfield.
Here.
Spar.
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right, thank you. We've already looked at last month's, or the meeting from May 26th, the minutes. Do I hear a motion for approval?
So move. That's Barton.
Second, Opperly.
Barton.
Yes.
Butterfield.
Yes.
Hanback.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
Spar.
Yes.
Warham.
Yes.
Opperly.
Yes.
Approved.
Thank you. Before the meeting, I think council wants to read a short statement concerning the zoning board.
Thank you. Public hearing is being held tonight pursuant to published notice. Any person wishing to address the zoning board will be sworn in by me and will give their testimony under oath or affirmation. At the conclusion of the public hearing, the Zoning Board of Appeals will make its determination, or yes, votes are required to obtain approval. The public hearing is intended for the Zoning Board of Appeals to hear testimony regarding whether the proposed variance meets the required legal standards for the variance to be issued as set forth in the village code and state law. Those relevant factors include whether hardship exists, which is not caused by the owner, which is unique to the property. Testimony offered should be limited to the factors relevant under state law and village code. Rules of order govern the conduct of tonight's public hearing. No one should address the zoning board until recognized by our chair, and any speaker should follow the directions of our chair. Thank you.
Thanks, Pat. Okay, with that, our first case tonight's number 20-03. Cynthia Stuber is seeking a variance at 609 East Madison Street in the village of Morton. The petitioner seeks a variance from ordinance number 93-30 relative to permitted location of accessory structure. Accessory structures are permitted in the rear yard only. The request would allow for above ground pool to be located on the side yard. With that, whoever's going to comment on this case, be sworn in, and I guess you can't step to the podium, but.
So I assume Ms. Stuber, who I see is here, your microphone's muted. If you have the ability, oh, there you go. Perfect.
Sorry.
You're okay. I'm going to administer your oath, so if you could raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Cindy Stuber,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that the testimony I am about to give in this proceeding
that the testimony I'm about to give in this proceeding
will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Thank you.
Cindy, if you want to just give a brief description of what's going on here. And
Absolutely. So I came before you guys, I believe it was last year, and you guys approved my fencing. Because of the lack of my backyard, I kind of got to use my side yard. And so I was able to get the vinyl fencing up, and it looks amazing. The neighbors all love it. And today I'm just requesting that I'm able to put a pool in the side yard there.
no, I think it's the most logical spot for it. I don't see a problem with it.
Okay,
And I
great.
like pools, so I think you'd be, and the fence does look nice. The fence looks good.
Well, thank
That's
you.
great.
Yeah. It's
I
gonna
think
look
it-
nice there.
I think it definitely added to the house.
I like your fence.
Thank you.
Now, Pat, is there somebody else in the waiting room? Should we allow them to speak or?
Yeah, so there's everybody in the waiting room Brad's let in. So what we've done at other public hearings is if none of the members of the zoning board have any further questions for Ms. Stuber, now would be the opportunity if anybody else who's present wants and desires to address the board can do so. I only see one other person on my list of participants who is not a part of the zoning board, and that is Carol Paluska. So if Carol desires to be heard, now would be your opportunity, though she's not required to address the board. Carol, if you would like to be heard, I'd just ask you to unmute your microphone or click the raise your hand button so that you can alert myself and the meeting host that you'd like to be heard. And we'll wait a minute or two to do that. And if Carol doesn't unmute and doesn't raise her hand, then at that point, I'd say the board could proceed forward.
Okay, thank you.
I would say as sufficient time has elapsed. I don't see a hand raised or a microphone unmuted, so I'd say you could proceed forward, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, thank you. With that, do I hear a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I would move that we grant case number 20-03 under 1010 2C as stated.
I'll second that.
Butterfield,
Yes.
Hanback,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Spar,
Yes.
Warham,
Yes.
Opperly,
Yes.
Barton.
Yes.
Approved.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Cindy. Appreciate it.
And
Right.
do you need me to stay on the meeting, or do you want me to go ahead and get off?
I think you're good to go. You can get a permit now and
All right.
make it all legal.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
If I could jump in, Mike, Carol sent a message. She jumped on the wrong meeting and looks like she got off. But
Okay.
if she's still here, the other meeting's at 7, Carol. So I just want to make sure that was noted. So you can
Okay. Well, thanks. Glad you're here, Pat. Brad?
I don't
Any
have
good
anything
news?
tonight.
All right. Well, with that, do I hear a motion for adjournment?
I so move, Barton.
Hand back second.
Hanback,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Spar,
Yes.
Warham,
Yes.
Opperly,
Yes.
Barton,
Yes.
Butterfield.
Yes.
So moved.
All right. Well, thank you. Hopefully see everybody in person next
Yeah,
month.
I miss you guys.
Thanks, Mike.
Keep
Miss you
safe.
guys.
See you.
Oh,
Hope so.
all right. See you, everybody.
Right, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.